Hello everyone! Today, I'll show you how to sew a beautiful dress step by step. In the description, you'll find a link to the pattern. Don't forget that you can turn on subtitles and translate them into any language. Prepare the materials needed to sew the dress. I am using a beautiful boucle fabric. For the lining, it's best to use viscose or acetate. Prepare an invisible zipper approximately 16 inches long. Cut out all the pieces from the fabric. You'll find detailed cutting instructions in the provided files. Prepare the front and side front pieces. Attach the sides to the front and stitch them together. When sewing the bust section, note that the piece of fabric belonging to the side should extend beyond the front. The width of this piece should be the same as the seam allowance, 1/2 inch. Finish the seams with an overlock stitch, bias tape, or a zigzag stitch. I additionally secured the neckline edges because my fabric is loosely woven and I was afraid it would stretch. Press the seams towards the center front. Prepare the back. Pin and sew the back darts. Sew the center back seam and finish it with an overlock stitch. On one side of the dress, mark the zipper placement. Start about 1.5 inches from the armhole and continue about 8 inches down from the waist notch. Iron fusible interfacing onto both parts where the zipper will be sewn. Finish the dress sides with an overlock stitch. Finish the dress sides with an overlock stitch. Overlock the front and back shoulder seams separately, then sew them together. Press the seams open. Sew the lining the same way as the dress and finish the seams with an overlock stitch. Place the dress and lining right sides together and sew the neckline all around. Trim the excess fabric along the seams. Clip the corners at the neckline, being careful not to cut the stitches. Clip the back neckline. Understitch the neckline by sewing the lining to the dress's seam allowance. Press the finished neckline. Trim approximately 1/4 of an inch of the lining around the armhole to prevent it from peeking out. Now you need to arrange the dress and lining like a sandwich. Pin the lining to the dress while making sure to place the second shoulder strap of the dress between them. Pin the entire armhole and sew. Clip the seam allowances and turn the dress right side out. Understitch both sides as far as possible. Press the seams and repeat the process on the other side. Prepare the side seam of the dress that doesn't have the zipper. Place the dress sides and lining sides right sides together and sew, ensuring the armhole seams align evenly. Sew the other side seam, marking the zipper placement on the lining. Sew the entire side, but use a loose stitch in the zipper area that can be easily removed later. Pin the zipper in place and then baste it. Using a seam ripper, remove the basting stitch. This technique ensures the zipper is evenly placed and ready to be sewn with the invisible zipper foot. Once the zipper is sewn in, secure the zipper tape to the seam allowances at the top and bottom. This will prevent it from tearing out during use and from flipping to the right side. Attach the lining around the zipper. Pin it close to the zipper teeth and sew the lining to the fabric from the wrong side. Hem the bottom of the dress using your preferred method. I used hand-blind stitch. Shorten the lining by 1 inch and fold it twice by 1/2 inch. And that's it. Your dress is complete. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more sewing tutorials. See you next time.